In today's A-list news, ladies and gentlemen, this is a little bit of what you're going to be getting from this show.
ICE just murdered a woman in Minneapolis. Now, ICE killed a white woman, which is interesting because obviously their rallying cry is defend the homeland. Parentheses, against niggas, Mexicans, Muslims, etc. So why then, you ask, are there so many black and brown ICE agents? And why would they kill a blonde-haired white woman? Because what you got to understand is that white supremacy is and always has been a front. It's a cover for capitalism. It'll use Uncle Tom's, case in point, Sam L. and Django, and it'll kill white people. John Brown, the famous white abolitionist, in order to keep exploiting you. It's not and has never been about race. Race is fucking fictitious. It's some shit that they made up to justify the pillaging of Africa for free labor and resources. They just hyping these Trumpers up so they could run off with the bag. That free labor is what enabled America to become the richest country in the history of the world. Race was just a justification for exterminating the Native Americans. This stolen land mass is what enabled America to become the richest country in the history of the world. And the longer that you're concerned with hating me for my race, the richer they get.
We'll also talk a little bit about Green Lanterns, some stuff that came out with them. And spoiler alert, for those that are following me and watching the new medical drama, The Pitt, there's going to be somewhat of a spoiler in the end, so you want to tune away when I get to that section. But if this is your first time finding me, I am Lamont Tyson. Please subscribe. A-list news means anything news. It's not just about politics. It's not just about movie and TV shows. It also goes into politics, money, all things that we all deal with every day outside of entertainment and inside of entertainment. The most important thing the nation is dealing with right now is how Donald Trump used that big ugly bill to funnel all this money to ICE so that they can be his personal security. Because in his first election, he learned that he couldn't just force the military to do anything he wanted. He couldn't just go to local municipalities and force the police to do anything he wanted. He learned that the one area he can get forced to do his bidding is ICE. And so for that reason, his punk ass funneled all this money to ICE. And this is what happened to this woman yesterday. And I'm going to give you the CBS News look. Then I'm going to give you the Fox News look. Then I'm going to give you real analysis from a Democrat and from my man, Mehdi Hasan. So first, let's take a look at the coverage from CBS.
Go check a pulse.
No, back up, now.
I'm a physician.
I don't care. We understand. We got EMS coming, and I get it. Just give us a second. We have medics on scene. We have our own medics.
Where are they? Where? How can I relax? You just killed my neighbor. You caught butter in the face. You killed my neighbor. How do you show up to work every day? How the do this every day? You're killing my neighbors. You're stealing my neighbors. What the?
So that's how CBS covered it, ladies and gentlemen. It is a damn shame. I'm a former respiratory therapist, and technically there are laws pretty much all over the United States that if some kind of atrocity or something happens and you're medically qualified, you are supposed to go and help. The fact that they prevented this man from going to help the woman, he's a doctor, that's murder. That's murder. I don't give a damn that y'all done called the ER to come. You have a medical professional on the spot. That is murder, ladies and gentlemen. And for all those Trump folks that have been running their mouths about the Maduro thing and saying how bad he was and they're glad that Trump got him. Well, you know Maduro was killing protesters too, right? You know Maduro was stopping people from going to get the help they needed, right? You do know that. Probably not, because they have so dumbed down the American electorate, especially on the Republican side, that people have no ability to critically think on their own anymore. They don't know what the hell is going on. So now, folks, listen to how Fox News tries to spin this shit. You're not going to believe it. Take a look.
The woman who lost her life was a self-proclaimed poet from Colorado with pronouns in her bio. A 37-year-old white woman named Renee Good. The Daily Mail says she leaves behind a lesbian partner and a child from a previous marriage. She was a disruptor, though she considered herself a legal observer. but there's no evidence she had a law degree.
I think some people that watch Fox News tends to forget that they are not classified as a news entity. They are an entertainment entity. And they figured out a long time ago, if we can pretend, they're doing WWE. We fake like we're really doing news when we're really entertaining people, and they don't care if they trash the nation. They don't care. And did you see how bro just basically said, yes, a woman was murdered, but she's gay. Lesbian, thespian, esbian. Who gives a damn? A human being was murdered that did not have to be murdered. This was senseless. It was dumb. It was stupid. And Jesse Waters' 4'11" ass and Trump and all the people like him would never survive 5 minutes in Chicago, New York, without having these thugs to try to protect them. Now, I'm going to give one more perspective. Someone who's been getting on folks' nerves for a very long time because they flip-flop more than a fish out of water. I mean, the minute the fish hits the sand, they flop over. And this human being has been doing the shit too. I'm talking about Stephen A. His hairline is going back so far it's about to touch his spinal cord, Smith. Listen to how he flips-flop in this commentary.
I saw the video on numerous occasions. And seeing what transpired, from a lawful perspective, as it pertains to a law enforcement official, don't expect him to be prosecuted. He was completely justified. From a humanitarian perspective, however, why did you have to do that? If you could move out the way, that means you could have shot the tires. That means you could have got her a few feet away after you shot the tires. And if you were unsuccessful in doing that, you could have got her down the road. You didn't have to do that. She wasn't driving down the road coming at you 90 miles an hour. She was parked in the middle of the street. And rather than get out the car, she wrongfully tried to drive off.
Bro, stop trying to ride the fence. Stop trying to ride the fence. He's talking about, you know, from a police standpoint, legal is not going to work. And from a human, bro, he was wrong. You did that long speech about how he could have got away. He was wrong. Period. He was wrong. And Stephen A., you need to quit dibber-dabbling because you run around here pretending that you are this outstanding human being. And for the longest time, you did do good upholding the black community in sports media. And now that you done got the bag, you're upholding your pocketbook. Now, mind you, Stephen A. Smith has a daughter just like I do. Stephen A. Smith has friends just like I do. And it shouldn't come that we have to know people to feel and understand and what they're going through and have sympathy and empathy for them. And folks, do y'all know that on the right wing brand of politics, they're teaching people that Jesus didn't want you to have empathy? That's what they're teaching. And last but not least, let's go to Mehdi Hasan and Democratic politician in Texas talking about what happened. And then I'll give you my ultimate, what we think we should do after they're done.
What's your reaction, just first of all, to the news coming out of Minneapolis?
I mean, I was, even for everything we've seen, I was shocked that they would shoot somebody. I saw the video, I was shocked that they would shoot somebody in cold blood like that. They have turned ICE into a completely rogue, not just an immigration enforcement organization, a rogue organization. We still cannot get confirmation about who all these new hires are, for example. I've seen reporting that they hired bounty hunters to go after people. I just saw this 287G agreement with one of the local governments in Texas that literally puts a bounty on the number of people, gives extra money to a police department for the number of illegal aliens that they capture.
Yeah.
So Yeah, I mean, they have turned it into a rogue organization, and I've said before, I think that it should be disbanded.
Yes.
That they should not have responsibility for immigration enforcement when this chapter is done.
Abolish ICE was a very controversial slogan in 2018, 2020 for your party. A lot of centrists in your party blame that slogan for you losing seats, and that's even though Joe Biden won the presidency that year. I've always been a supporter of abolishing ICE. I think it is a rogue agency. It's always been a rogue agency since George Bush set it up. And of everything that I saw last year made me double down on that position. Now watching this video, I think it's a no-brainer. How can Democrats go into an election saying they're going to do anything other than disband or abolish ICE? Because tinkering with reform, when you're at this level now, when we're seeing videos on our phones of assaults, torture, shootings, you got to shut it down.
Look, I mean, I've had conversations with colleagues where I've encouraged them to speak out more and to be strong in their position. I think that we have the right, both policy, legal, and moral position here, that this is a rogue organization that is mistreating even U.S.
Folks, it's as simple as this. I'm to the point now where we damn near need street justice against MAGA, these Republicans, and anybody else associated with them. And I'm going to tell you why. If you voted for Trump 3 times, especially this last time, after what you've seen happen on January the 6th, now mind you, this is January the 8th. You are telling everybody that you don't give a damn about law. The highest capital crime was trying to overthrow the free and fair election that took place January 6th. That's one of the highest capital crimes. And you folks that voted for Trump again are basically saying you do not care about law. You do not care about order. You do not care about the police. So why the hell should anybody give a damn about what you guys like? Period. Democrats, most of us are fighting for humanity. We want everything to be equal. We want things to be fair for everybody, no matter your background, your ethnicity, your income level. But a lot of y'all MAGA folks think that the fair is a place you go to get cotton candy and see pigs have a spider right Charlotte's Web on top of a barn. But folks, I'm here to tell you, life is not fair because 90% of life not being fair is made by human beings. And MAGA and Republicans, as I just elocuted, it's a prime example of that. At this point, Democrats, when you finally get power back, you are going to have to wield that power for good the way Trump has wielded it for evil. And the way you shut down this shit right here is you have got to show the people that you are going to, not only are you going to prosecute these ICE folks, Trump, and all his admin folks, but you're going to send them to jail forever. Because if you really want law and order restored in this country, the people need to believe that you have a backbone, that you got teeth, and you're going to use them teeth to bite down like you're a great white shark on these racists, these Nazis, these people that don't want to see the poor and middle class prosper, people who don't believe that women should have rights, people who would side with ICE in killing people. Dems, that's the degree. You've got to do it. Get on your damn job. Let us see. Next, we got my boy Tommy. And I think pretty much all of us knew that Tommy and Power was going to continue to go on. But here's the confirmation in case you missed the interview.
Yeah. So the good news is that, don't give anything away, obviously, but it sounds like we don't maybe have to say goodbye to this character that we have known and loved all these years, because maybe he'll show up someplace else, maybe.
There is a possibility, as a lot of the characters. They always say if you don't die in the Power series, and if you do die in the Power series,
yeah, listen,
Power
Omari,
never ends, ghosts
if you're
never
listening,
die.
Omari, your phone may be ringing.
Yeah, there you have it. Power and Tommy will keep going on. You got Tommy and Gary Lennon doing an interview. They didn't just come out and say how, but they basically told you Power is going to keep going. And folks, you ain't got nothing to worry about. We up in there like swimwear, baby. We going to be going for a long time, and we already know Power is going to be hooking up, linking Tariq and Tommy. Next, we got the Green Lantern TV series that's going to star this guy right here, ladies and gentlemen. He played in Rebel Ridge on Netflix. That's the only time I've seen him. I liked him. He's going to be playing Jon Stewart in the TV show. outside co-starring with this gentleman, and the news dropped, and some fans are happy, some fans are not. DC released a picture of the new ring for the TV show, and I actually like that ring, folks, because my birthstone is an emerald. I'm a May baby, so of course I'm gonna like it, and I like the way it's entrenched in gold and it's got stone. It looks a whole lot better than this shit right here Guy Gardner was wearing in the Superman movie. It looks way better than that. So I don't understand why some fans are mad with it. I actually like the ring. I think it's a great look. It gives a serious tone. It looks a whole lot better than that gumball machine ring that the guy was wearing in Superman. So I want you guys to post me all your comments. Let me know what you think. Are you guys happy with that ring? I know I am. And last but not least, if you are a follower of the show, the great Emmy award-winning medical show, The Pitt, this is somewhat of a spoiler. It's going to be in episode 1, so if you want to turn away, you can. But if you remember last season, you had this family and this crazy-ass witch right here who didn't want their kid to get that spinal tap because of religion and bull jive. And the husband basically went behind her back and said, get it. Well, Dr. Mel is the one that did the spinal tap. Sad to say, ladies and gentlemen, the kid died, and this bitch is trying to sue Dr. Mel. And so that is going to be part of the drama you're going to see not only in episode 1, but throughout the whole season. And I can go ahead and tell you, we know that they're rich because they was about to take the kid to another hospital where a lot of the rich people go. So is Dr. Mel going to be able to survive this? By the way, she is Bryan Cranston's daughter, and you guys know I love him. I know a lot of you guys love him. And that just means talent is in this young lady's blood. So folks, post me all your comments on what you think is going to happen on any of these stories. I hope you folks that were formerly MAGA is really starting to turn, because this shit has got to stop. And I don't want it to have to stop with World War III or an implosion within the country, but it looks like it's going to go that way if we don't start doing something now. Please share me with all your friends. The most important way to help my channel grow is to comment. And until that next Sexy as Hell video, I'll see you.